for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
The Yankees are about to make a move that no one is seeing coming, and I have the details the media hasn't uncovered yet. A $200 million move is being discussed behind closed doors, and it could change everything for the next decade. Subscribe now and hit the bell because you're going to want to know this before anyone else. What's up, Yanks Nation? Welcome back to the channel. I've got some exclusive intel that's been making the rounds behind the scenes in MLB, and it's all pointing towards a potential blockbuster move for our New York Yankees this coming off season. I know the 2025 season is still rolling and the focus is on the postseason, but a big name from Japan is starting to echo through the halls of Yankee Stadium, and the sources I've been checking with indicate that Brian Cashman and the front office are monitoring the situation very closely. I'm talking about the right-handed pitcher Tatsuya Imi from the Saitama Seibu Lions. For those of you who don't know him, Imi, at 27 years old, is considered by many scouts to be the most powerful and intriguing starting pitcher in Japan right now, and there's a strong possibility he'll be posted for MLB. The conversations I've had with some league contacts suggest that the Yankees, along with the San Diego Padres, are being tabbed as the frontrunners to make a serious push for him. And honestly, it makes a ton of sense when you look at our front office's recent philosophy and the club's history of attracting Japanese talent. You remember Masahiro Tanaka and Hideki Matsui, players who not only succeeded but became fan favorites in the Bronx. The issue here isn't just about talent, but about a cultural and strategic fit that the Yankees value. Imi has the kind of electric arsenal that MLB teams are desperately craving. His fastball regularly sits at 95 to 99 miles per hour. That's about 153 to 159 kilometers per hour. And he complements it with a devastating slider, a changeup, a splitter, a curveball, and even a sinker he's polished this season. That's a 6-pitch elite level repertoire. His numbers in 2025 are just out of this world. In 143 2/3 innings, he's put up a 1.50 ERA with 159 strikeouts. That ain't just good. It's dominant. And his durability is a key factor. He's got a track record of going past 130 innings pitched, which shows the strength of his arm. The big question, of course, is going to be the cost. Sources close to the talks are estimating that Imi's contract could land anywhere between $150 million and $200 million. One source I spoke with, an NL team executive, told me he wouldn't be surprised if the bidding goes north of $200 million, especially with the way the market for pitching has inflated. This is the caliber of investment we're talking about, a long-term commitment for a player who will be entering the prime of his career. And that's where the Yankees' strategy comes into play. Now, let's break down the state of our rotation. I know what some of the bleacher creatures might be thinking. We've already got good arms. Why spend that kind of cash on another one? And that's a fair point. In 2025, even with a devastating absence of our ace, Garrett Cole, who's recovering from Tommy John surgery and likely won't be back until the middle of 2026, the rotation has been surprisingly solid. Max Fried, our big offseason signing, has been the anchor we hoped for, a true stopper. Carlos Rodon, after a rocky first year, has found his all-star form again, showing that power and attitude that made him one of the most sought-after free agents a couple of seasons back. He's sitting on 15 wins for the season and has been a consistent force. And we can't forget the kids. Luis Gil and Clark Schmidt have stepped up big time, proving they belong in the rotation of a title contender. They've matured and given us quality innings when we needed them most. On top of that, we've got promising young arms like Will Warren and Cam Schlittler knocking on the door in the minors, so yeah, we've got depth. However, Brian Cashman's philosophy has always been that you can never have enough pitching. The postseason is a different beast, and having multiple elite arms can be the difference between an early exit and a parade in November. Bringing in Imi would transform a good rotation into a historic one. Imagine a 2026 scenario. A healthy Garrett Cole returns to join Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, and Tatsuya Imi. That would be, without a doubt, the best rotation in baseball, a lineup that would make us the stone cold favorites for the title. The investment in Imi wouldn't just be to fill a spot, it would be to raise the team's competitive ceiling to an evil empire level. Plus, signing Imi would give us insurance against potential regression or injuries. Cole's surgery is a stark reminder of how quickly things can change. Relying solely on young guys to fill major gaps is a risky bet for a franchise that's expected to win, and win now every single year. Financially, it'd be a challenge. The Yankees already have significant commitments on the payroll, with heavy contracts for guys like Aaron Judge, Garrett Cole, and Rodon himself. Adding a $200 million deal would require Hal Steinbrenner to be willing to blow past the luxury tax threshold even further. But if there's one thing we know about the Yankees, it's that they're not afraid to spend to win. The question isn't if they can afford it, but if they believe Imi is the piece that secures the next dynasty. Let's dig a little deeper into Tatsuya Imi's profile. What makes him so special in the eyes of MLB scouts? It ain't just the velocity. A lot of guys throw hard. What has teams intrigued is the combination of his arsenal with command that has improved every single season. Early in his career in Japan, he had some issues with walks, but in 2025, his walk rate dropped to 6.7%, which is an excellent number. That shows an ability to adjust and a maturity that are crucial for making the jump to MLB. He's not just a thrower anymore, he's become a pitcher. His slider is widely considered his top secondary weapon, a pitch with a nasty bite that gets a ton of swings and misses. But what truly elevates his ceiling is the development of his other pitches. The splitter and changeup give him effective weapons against left-handed hitters, something that's essential in modern MLB lineups. And the sinker adds a new dimension, allowing him to induce more weak ground ball contact, a valuable trait, especially in Yankee Stadium. One scout I talked to, who saw him pitch live in Japan this year, described him as Verlander-esque in his ability to maintain or even ramp up his velocity late in games. That's the mark of a true workhorse, an innings eater who can put a team on his back. Now let's stack Imi up against other names that will be on the free agent market. We'll have proven MLB arms like Dylan Cease and Framber Valdez available. They might represent a safer bet, but they could also command equally massive contracts. The upside with Imi is the unknown factor that could translate to an even higher ceiling. He's 27, the same age Yoshinobu Yamamoto was when he signed with the Dodgers, and we all saw the kind of impact he made. The recent success of Japanese pitchers in the majors, like Yamamoto and Kodai Senga, has certainly boosted the confidence of front offices to make these huge investments. The Yankees have a mixed but generally positive track record. Masahiro Tanaka was a model of consistency for years. Hiroki Kuroda was a consummate professional. Even Keiagawa, who is often remembered as a bust, serves as a lesson about the risks involved. But the intelligence and scouting have evolved light years since then. The data and analytics available today allow for a much more precise evaluation than in the past. The Yankees wouldn't be considering a $200 million investment without a deep conviction that Imi has not only the stuff, but the mentality to succeed under the bright lights of New York. This is the city that demands the best, and the reports on Imi's makeup suggest he has the fortitude to thrive here. So this is the bottom line. The pursuit of Tatsuya Imi represents a decision that could define the direction of the Bronx Bombers for the next half-decade. It's a high-risk, high-reward gamble, but it's exactly the kind of bold move a franchise like ours should be considering. The window to win with the current core, led by Aaron Judge, is right now. We can't afford to be complacent. Garrett Cole's injury was a tough blow, but it's also an opportunity for the organization to reassert its commitment to the relentless pursuit of a 28th World Series title. Bringing in an elite talent like Imi would be a powerful statement to the rest of the league. The evil empire isn't settling for just competing, we're coming to dominate. The final analysis is this: the Yankees' 2025 rotation has proven to be resilient and deep, exceeding expectations. However, the chance to add a pitcher in his prime, with an electric arsenal and the durability to be an ace, is rare. The cost will be astronomical, no doubt about it. It will require a financial outlay that will test the limits of the budget, but the potential return is a pitching staff that will be the envy of all of MLB and would position us as the team to beat for years to come. Brian Cashman has a monumental decision ahead. Does he trust the depth he already has? Or does he go all in on a generational talent who could be the final piece of the puzzle? History has taught us that when it comes to the Yankees, boldness often pays off. Now, I want to hear from you Yankees fans. What's your take? Should we go all out to sign Tatsuya Imi, even if it costs over $200 million? Or do you believe we should use those resources to strengthen other areas of the team and trust our current rotation and our prospects? Drop your comments below. I want to see a fiery debate about the strategy the Pinstripers should take this offseason. And if you want to stay ahead of the news and get in-depth analysis just like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. I promise to bring you all the exclusive info as soon as it breaks.